Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass.
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
We are 5 races in, and hence we have 5 races to go in the chase. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trey Wright, and welcome to race number 31 of the inaugural season of the NOFSRL Mission BBQ Cup Series. We are live from the Tricky Triangle here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, getting set for 40 laps around this 2.5-mile speedway for the running of the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to also race number 6 of the inaugural chase for the Mission BBQ Cup Series Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, I can say for sure that after Darlington, the points have been shaken up so much that if I showed you that this would be the chase standings about halfway through the season, you would have thought that I have been insane. And after the very interesting Darlington race where Eric Monaco got redemption from Greenville Spartanburg, he won and dominated the last third of the race. And that helped him catapult himself into the points. But the big man that catapulted himself in points is the 10 of Jonathan Logan, who is now your current points leader. As you take a look on the right side of your screen to see your points right there after 5 races in the chase. Jonathan Logan is your points leader with 10,741 points. Landon Smith Jr. is in second with 683 points. So definitely, and then is Eric Monaco behind him with 10,666 points, and then Derek Hamill behind them in fourth, I should say, with 10,661. Then Madison Tall, who was going to try and get the points lead going into Darlington, but ran into the back of Colton Yo, another chase contender. She is now back in 5th in points with 10,651 points. Then is Colton Yo, Logan Williams, Keegan Thompson, Brady Wilmington, Benjamin Dover, Tyler Reynolds, and Al Agassi making up your chase grid. And we'll get here's the top 10 in that are starting. I should probably say that Nathan Smith is on the pole here at the Pocono Raceway. Starting alongside him is Jonathan Logan, your points leader, row 2. Brady Wilmington, who desperately needs a good run here at Pocono if he still wants to have a shot to win this championship going into the Tri-State Swing. Starting alongside him is a 56 of Benjamin Dover, pretty much in the same boat as Wilmington. Derek Hamill rounds out the top 5. Then it is a 15 of Ryan Benjamin. Keegan Thompson, car number 7, starts position number 7. Alongside him is a 54 of Caleb Rose. And then rounding out the top 10 is a 53 of Daisy Johnson and another chase driver of Colton Yo. So your other chase drivers are starting. There is Tyler Reynolds. There is Al Agassi. There's Landon Smith Jr. There's your last winner in the Mission BBQ Cup Series, Eric Monaco. Looking back through here, there is Madison Tall. Looking back through here, there is Logan Williams, and I believe he is the furthest starting chase driver. So this race can definitely change the complexion of this chase, as we officially have 5 races to go, including this one, and all of them are within 100 miles or so of one another. Gonna get the cars rolling off here in just a few moments. And there is a pace car making sure everybody is rolling off pit lane, and they are. And the Pocono Raceway, it needs absolutely zero introduction. The Tricky Triangle, the only triangular racetrack that we go to here. And all 3 turns are different. Turn 1, modeled after the first turn at the Trenton Raceway, which we will be going to in just a few short races, banked at 14 degrees. And now these drivers will head onto the Long Pond back straightaway where speeds can get pretty spicy here. Making sure everybody is rolling off. Following along here as they rumble along the long pond back straightaway. Trying to see where they are. And there they are, entering none other than the treacherous tunnel turn. Turn 2, this flat turn 2, banked at 8 degrees, modeled after the Indianapolis Motor Speedway's turn 2. And this is going to be the troubled tunnel spot here at the Pocono Raceway. And then down this short little chute, heading into turn number 3, banked after one of the turns at the Milwaukee Mile. Also went there earlier this season, banked flat at 6 degrees. And after we go on to that, we will enter the longest straightaway that we have in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. Actually, Zenjoltis' straights might be longer. I'll have to double check on that. But ladies and gentlemen, everything is about to get good as they enter the flat turn 3. What turn 4 on the side? As Papyrus pace car pulls off on the pit road. Nathan Smith and Jonathan Logan, they're in the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We're racing from the tricky triangle. Entering the treacherous tunnel turn, that outside lane for Jonathan Logan is working like a beaut. So make sure everybody gets through the tunnel turn A-OK, and Logan has cleared Nathan Smith for the race lead as I go into the flat turn 3. Making sure we get the best camera angles here. And I believe we now are on, should be on TV1. No, now we're spectator cam. Trying to get back to TV1 here. There we are now. Nathan Smith to the inside of Jonathan Logan. He's trying to get him for the lead. He's going to try and clear him off going on to the long pond straightaway. But Logan with such a great run off the outside. Back in here, Jonathan Logan, and currently 40th right now. Lowest chase driver is a 79 of Logan Williams. Back to the race lead. Jonathan Logan still out front from Nathan Smith. Then is Wilmington, Hamill, Keegan Thompson, and Benjamin Dover, who's side by side with his teammate going into the flat turn 3. Let's go around to complete 2 of the scheduled 40 laps at the Pocono Raceway. Another thing to mention, cautions here could be very scarce as Smith once again tries to go to the inside of Logan, but not going to quite get a foot in the door. Logan will retain the lead going on to the back straightaway on the long pond. And Dustin Davis is in the back. Logan Williams still continuing to fall back in the 79. With Smith getting a great tow on the entering turn 2. Looked low there for a second going into the tunnel turn, but thankfully did not try and make a move. Single file all throughout. Got to go back to the battle for the 10th position between Juan Rodriguez and Colton Yo. Even throw Caleb Rose into that melee. And now to the inside, Nathan Smith. I say this literally every single race. It's not an NOFSRL sanctioned race until we miss a pass for the lead. Nathan Smith to the inside of Jonathan Logan, and he's going to block Logan high. That could open the door for the 91 of Hamill to at least steal second away from Jonathan Logan and possibly go for the lead, looking for his second win of the season. You have got a lot of chase drivers here. Chase drivers making up pretty much the entire top 10. Only exceptions are Nathan Smith, Ryan Benjamin, Daisy Johnson. And that's about it as Caleb Rose gets into the wall off of the exit of 2. But Smith, the pole sitter, to the race lead. Jonathan Logan right on his bumper. Now looking back through the field, seeing some other chase drivers that are in the back here. Once again, they are denoted by their orange windshield. There's Landon Smith Jr., arguably the most dominant guy of the season. was definitely the championship favorite going into the chase. But definitely not Ben. And now Hamill with getting a huge run on the 25 going into the tunnel turn. I think he's just going to stay glued to that back bumper. But with the run he's getting, the momentum he is building, I think for sure he can definitely make a move on the 25. Just have to wait and see. Landon Smith Jr. making some strides to get up to the front, but his main competition is quite a few positions in front of him. Jonathan Logan currently running third right now. I think if he just has a clean couple of races as he goes to the inside of Hamill for the second position, I think if Logan just keeps his nose clean and keeps out front of the 88 and the 99, I think he is going to have a decent shot to win this championship, which would be absolutely insane, given that he got in on the 11th hour, absolute 11th hour of the chase. And now he has definitely been really super consistent in these last couple of races. But don't count out Derek Hamill. I believe he is 4th on the chase grid. I have to check the points here real quick. Actually, yeah, Derek Hamill is 4th, and yellow is out. It looks like Jake Hoover, Mitchell Collins, and Matt Tuck had an incident in the tunnel turn. And the yellow flag is out for the first time this afternoon at the Pocono Raceway. Jake Hoover continuing to struggle all season long. I believe he is currently, Jake Hoover is really low in points, 34th in points. So not having a good season in the 27 car for SF Premium Motorsports. Now we'll see if these drivers possibly go down the pit window here is around lap 30, I would gauge. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys will come down the pit lane and possibly just top off. We are only 7 laps into the event, so still could wait. We still could see. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to shake up. I believe all these cars are going to be coming down the pit lane this time by, so it's going to be feeding time down in the pits. Definitely going to be very interesting. And like I was saying, Derek Hamill, he is P4 in the championships, in the chase standings. He is just 100 points behind first place, so if he has a good run and Jonathan Logan somehow screws up, don't count out Derek Hamill from this championship battle. But Nathan Smith leads them onto the pit lane. Early caution here at the Pocono Raceway. Just about 30 seconds after I said cautions were not very likely, we get a caution with Jake Hoover, Mitchell Collins, and Matt Tuck in the tunnel turn, I do believe. Let's see if anyone pulls any strategy early in the game. Nathan Smith with pit stall number 1. Let's see how the finishing order. It looks like contact on the pit road between Al Agassi and 27 of Hoover. I do believe Nathan Smith with a fast stop. I believe he just took 2 tires in that 25. Jonathan Logan is going to get beat out by both Otter Island Motorsports cars, Al Agassi and Derek Hamill. He lost time to a ton of chase drivers, both Otter Island cars with lightning fast stops, but none compared to Nathan Smith, a 2-tire stop if I do say so myself. And Jonathan Logan is going to lose some ground in the championship standings. He is ahead of the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. and the 99 of Tall. Seeing where they're ended out. There is Madison Tall, and there's Landon Smith Jr. So he did lose some position to them, but Nathan Smith came out on top on the pit stops. Jake Hoover, Mitchell Collins, and Matt Tuck looks like on turn 2 they had an incident, a little bit of an incident there. So let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the afternoon at the Pocono Raceway for the running of the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400. So this is coming into the flat turn 3. Matt Tuck running right into the side of Jake Hoover and just turning him into the outside wall, backs it in. That's what triggers the yellow flag. Mitchell Collins just had to check up, make slight contact with the 27 of Hoover. And that was pretty much it. Matt Tuck just not hitting his marks in turn 3, and unfortunately Jake Hoover got the worst of it in the 27 and really having a tough season ever since he won the first race at the Dodge Motordrome. And Matt Tuck a little bit of a front end damage to that 52, not what he needs. He does have the win at Dover, so no, Denver I should say. Keegan Thompson won at Dover. But all three of these guys not really having the strongest of seasons here in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. Real-time replay following along with Matt Tuck, just unfortunately getting into the 27 of Hoover and turning himself around, or turning the 27 of Hoover around, I should say, and bringing out the first caution of the afternoon here at the Pocono Raceway. We did see some smoke on the back straightaway coming back from pit stops. A 48 of Danny DeVito Sr. made some contact with the 14 of Zachary Davis and kind of just didn't turn him around fully, but kind of slid him sideways so to generate the smoke there. So that was what we saw on the back straightaway. Nothing real too big or important, but Nathan Smith led them back to the line, and he led them off of the pit lane. Let's see what he can do on the restart here in the Jack Frost Ski Resorts 400. We're back here at the Pocono Raceway, wrapping up our first caution of the afternoon. Nobody was knocked out from that, but the car with the biggest damage on the racetrack is definitely the 27 of Jake Hoover. He is going to be a liability with the poor aerodynamics on the 27. And a track like Pocono, aerodynamics might not seem like a lot, but aerodynamics, especially on the straightaways, matters a whole lot, as the green flag back out in the air for Nathan Smith, who's got a couple of Otter Island Motorsports cars and just a bunch of chase drivers behind him, and they're all going to duck underneath him. Looked like about 3 wide there for about the second or third position. Hamill to the inside with a power move over the 25 of Smith down the long pond back straightaway. Hamill and Smith door to door. Ride on board with the 79 of Logan Williams right behind Nathan Smith. You see Hamill power mode through the tunnel turn. 3 wide for the race lead. Lagacy with an even bigger power move to the inside, and Lagacy going to go to the race lead, following by Jonathan Logan, and Nathan Smith is going to go bye-bye in the 25. He has already fallen outside the top 5, and Al Lagacy, hometown race, or I shouldn't say hometown race because we still got Trenton and New Jersey on the schedule, but Al Lagacy, hometown boy from Flemington, looking to get his first win of the season. The only chase driver this season without a win. American Motorsports as a whole does not have a win, but he's got Jonathan Logan right behind him, and Daisy Johnson, have not seen really much of her all season long, looking for her first win of the season as Logan through the tunnel turn to the inside of Lagacy for the race lead. Behind them, it is a hornet's nest. Owen Miles on the wall off of turn 2. And Nathan Smith on the restart fell all the way back to the 7th position as Jonathan Logan leads them back. And now Smith is actually now in P5. But the whole horde of cars behind him, we could see another accident here. Closing in on halfway home through the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400 at the Pocono Raceway. Your leader is Jonathan Logan, then Daisy Johnson, Al Lagacy, Colton Yo, Nathan Smith. Landon Smith Jr. has made his way up into here. Logan Williams, Ryan Benjamin, 91 of Derek Hamill, and the 19 of Juan Rodriguez rounding out your top 10. It's Eric Monaco, Brady Wilmington, and Madison Tall, and Benjamin Dover. Let's throw him into that just outside the top 10 at the moment. But Lagacy with a run to the inside of Johnson. Going to try and take P2 away from the driver of the 53. Going to slide up just a little bit. And that's going to allow Jonathan Logan to pull away just a little bit off of turn 3. Looks like everybody is getting through the third turn just nicely. Colton Yo, the last car in this little quartet of cars. looking to the inside of Daisy Johnson for the 3rd position. Landon Smith Jr., Mr. Right Place, Right Time. He does not want Jonathan Logan to be leading all these laps and possibly even win the race. Because I tell you, if Jonathan Logan were to win this season, this would probably be the one of the biggest upsets in NOFSRL history. And that's just kind of been the nature of this series, just being pretty friggin' stupid. As Johnson goes to the inside of Legacy for 2nd. This is exactly what the 10 of Logan wants to see out of his rear view mirror. And in fact, we do have a visor cam on the 10 of Logan. Give you a inside look going around the Pocono Raceway through the 14-degree bank turn 1. Just the absolute G's that these guys are pulling through here. Now down Long Pond straightaway. See the trees to the left, and then hits the brakes here into the 8-degree turn 2. Now onto this little short chute right here. Going to be hitting the brakes into the flat turn 3 right here. This is going to go a little bit wide through the corner, where it looks like he's going to have a nice exit off down the long front straightaway, hits the start-finish line. And that is a lap here at the Pocono Raceway with these guys, and looks like top 10 or so cars have pulled away from this huge mass of cars, 3 wide here for about the 10th or 15th position, I would say. And Wilmington falling back in the 62 has not had a good chase. 2 DNFs so far, and that would be bad enough, but definitely pales in comparison how consistent he was in the regular season. Was the only driver with 0 DNFs in the entire regular season, and then when the chase started, he had a DNF at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and he has just been really off his game ever since. Logan continues to lead, closing in on the halfway point through the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400. Legacy to the inside of Johnson going to turn 3, and now this is a 5-car battle. Landon Smith Jr. putting that Honda to work has made this a 5-car battle for the lead, or for about 2nd place, I would say. And then Nathan Smith, the owner of Polar Star Motorsports, I would say Polar Star Motorsports is probably going to win the Owners' Championship after all is said and done, because that team's 7 wins on the season, the most dominant team week in and week out, but kind of showing some chinks in their armor as of late. They did win the first 3 races of the chase, so that was a huge accomplishment by that entire team, but have kind of missed their marks the past couple of races. Did not have a good couple of races at Greenville Spartanburg, and then really did not have good days at Darlington, our last race here, but looking pretty strong here in the early going here at Pocono. Got both cars inside the top 10, trying to see where Zachary Fitzwater is. There's Fitzy currently running in the 18th position last time by, so not really a good day for Zachary Fitzwater standards, but it's better than being in the garage. Speaking of being in the garage, no one is currently out. Jake Hoover, I'm surprised he has been hanging tough with the back end of this pack. You see a little bit of a side panel damage to the 48 of DeVito Sr. with his contact under the caution with the Zachary Davis. But now to the inside, looked like it was going to go 3 wide there for a minute, but Legacy to the inside of Logan for the top position, with Daisy Johnson looking to possibly make it 3 wide down the back straightaway. And she is going to think better of it. Legacy to the lead here at Pocono, and now it's going to immediately block the inside. That's going to trap Logan on the high side. He is possibly going to fall outside the top 5 here if Colton Yo can get his crap together and get to the inside. Logan's going to fall outside the top 4, and now he's going to fall outside the top 5 possibly, especially since James Edwards is right up here, making this a 6-car battle for the race lead. Some chase drivers back in here. Brady Wilmington was 20th last time by. Madison Tall in the 99. Did not really get a good starting position, but she's currently running just inside the top 10 under fire from the 76 of Tristan Allen, who dominated the first 2/3 of the Darlington race, but got bit on pit road by Eric Monaco. Now Allen will go to the inside of Tall for the 10th position. But now to the inside, Daisy Johnson looking to lead her first laps of the afternoon. Gonna slide out just a little bit on Legacy. Legacy is gonna let her go by and cross flags this time by halfway home through the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400 at Pocono. It has been a really give and take kind of race here as James Edwards out of nowhere has climbed his way inside the top 5 as Johnson to the lead with Logan right behind her. And behind all these guys, Juan Rodriguez in hot pursuit of this pack of the six-pack. And so is Nathan Smith. Ryan Benjamin looking for his second win of the season. Tristan Allen having a really good day. And that is your top 10 as of the halfway point. Check and see where all the chase drivers are. There's Madison Tall, Derek Hamill, Logan Williams. There's the 56 of Benjamin Dover, P15. 7 of Keegan Thompson going to lose 2 positions there to fall back to 17th. Wilmington going to go up to 19th here, possibly go even 18th, passing Keegan Thompson. I believe there's Logan Williams in the back. Tyler Reynolds really not having a good day. I think he's going to fall out of championship contention after this race, especially with the run he is having. Currently 38th running 38th in the 94 right now. Really, really tough break for Tyler Reynolds. He was doing so consistent. He was one of the quietest chase drivers all season long. He did get the win in the second hillside race, but was very quiet and consistent, and now it's kind of all fallen to pieces for the driver of the 94. The owner driver of SF Premium Motorsports as Jonathan Logan back to the race lead here at the Pocono Raceway in hot pursuit, or under fire, as James Edwards is in hot pursuit of the 10 of Logan Legacy to the inside of Johnson for the 3rd position. So currently the points as it would stand if the drivers were to finish in this position, Jonathan Logan would be the points leader with Landon Smith Jr. in 2nd, and no, not Legacy. Legacy is actually last in the chase standings, so I think he's not mathematically eliminated, but he's 300 points back from Jonathan Logan, so he is a definition of a long shot to win this championship. Let's see where Eric Monaco currently running outside the top 5. The top 10, I believe, trying to see where he is. Monaco is currently 31st, in fact, so Monaco really not having a good day. He got shuffled back on the restart, I believe, and he is just trying to make do with a bad situation. 3 wide here on the back straightaway between Joey Wilmington and Benjamin Jr. Now 3 wide through the tunnel turn. You do not want to do that. And that is why Carter Joey, if he was about a foot back, he would have got hooked by Wilmington, taking both of those guys out. Now Riley Sampson, a bonsai move underneath both of those guys. And that is for the 26th position, so not really great for those guys as Logan continues to lead with James Edwards under fire from the 53 of Johnson, heading onto the Long Pond back straightaway with 16 laps to go here from the tricky triangle. I believe everyone should be able to make it on fuel. I'm not sure how the tire wear is going to happen. We still cannot count out a caution, especially with the way that Dave Benjamin Jr. is racing. He is slicing and dicing through the entire field. And unfortunately, Brady Wilmington is doing just the opposite. Going to lose a position right there to Owen Miles, and that is about worth 3 points. So Wilmington is going to really seriously fall out of championship contention after this one. Jonathan Logan, early on in the season, well, pretty much all throughout the regular season, he was very, very bad, I should say. Was lingering around like 30th in points for the majority of the season, and then something clicked with that team. They started getting a pretty decent runs, but were still not noticeable. And then they won at North Wilkesboro via pit strategy. And then the chaos that was the second North Wilkesboro, the infamous second North Wilkesboro race, the chaos theory definition that hole was, that catapulted that team into the chase. And ever since, he has just not looked back in the 10, looking for his second win of the season. And this victory would definitely help him with his championship battle, and especially we're going into Langhorne next race, I believe. I believe we are either going into Langhorne or Nazareth, and I know if you are a Landon Smith Jr. fan, you definitely like to be hearing that. We are going into Langhorne next on the 6th, so in just a few short days, going to be the McCafferty Ford 400 from the circular Langhorne, a couple of oblong-shaped tracks to close to introduce our tri-state swing. But then the Nazareth race, I know if you're a Landon Smith Jr. fan, he dominated that race at Nazareth. A couple cars going to the inside. Johnson to the inside. Oh, Landon Smith Jr. Oh no, Landon Smith Jr. with a problem. He is really slow on the racetrack. He might be out of fuel. Oh my goodness. Landon Smith Jr. an issue late on the 88. I don't know what happened, but he's going to stop on the racetrack, and we're probably going to have a caution here. He is below the yellow line, and he is teleported. No caution is out. That is absolutely killer for the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. Something amiss on the car. He may have run out of fuel. And the thing is, he came in when all those guys, everyone else came in. So could we be seeing green flag pit stops here shortly? I absolutely can't believe it. This team has been plagued with the absolutely worst luck as of late. I don't know. This is the third race in a row. Now Tyler Reynolds is off the pace. Reynolds, another car with an issue. Chase drivers dropping like flies as of late. Are we going to see someone else drop out? 88 still on pit lane. Absolutely heartbreaking for Landon Smith Jr. Well, now he's going to need a couple of great runs at Langhorne and Nazareth if he still wants to be in contention for this thing. I don't know what happened to Tyler Reynolds. He is severely off the pace. This is going to just kill any chances of him winning the championship with Weed Killer. And he's going down the pit road. Some mechanical issue on the 94. Drama for two chase drivers. One of them was irrelevant, and one of them would happen to be Landon Smith Jr. Absolutely insane. And Jonathan Logan is breathing a sigh of relief as he gets passed for the race lead by Daisy Johnson and potentially even the 32 of James Edwards. Another person breathing a huge sigh of relief, Eric Monaco in the 75, even though he's even back. And even though I didn't even notice this, Madison Tall in the 99 has found her way inside the top, almost inside the top 5. You see, I believe that's Tyler Reynolds merging back onto the racetrack. This is going to be dangerous right here. See if he can get in here nice and clean. And it looks like he is going to merge in, but 10 laps to go here from a very, very chaotic Pocono race Points-wise, Landon Smith Jr. still on the pit lane, no doubt. He is going to finish last here. But Daisy Johnson to the race lead. Jonathan Logan, like I said, breathing the biggest sigh of relief. But so is Madison Tall. And I just still can't get over the terrible luck that this team has had over the span of the past couple of races. Legacy making it 3 wide for second place. And that would have gotten ugly right there. We have 9 laps to go here from Pocono. Legacy to the inside of Jonathan Logan. Logan is just trying to hold on to a decent finish here. Shout out to Ryan Benjamin. Have not seen much of him all season after winning the Smokey's Best Damn Garage Daytona 500. He is back up here in the 5th position, but it's all Daisy Johnson coming around to 8 to go. And now that team has finally fixed the problem. I'm not sure if they had a fuel leak or something, but now they're going to try and get that 88 back onto the racetrack and just try and maybe catch a caution that knocks somebody out. Maybe salvage a couple of points here. But that is absolutely huge for the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. Going to merge back onto the racing surface. Once again, going to make sure that he gets back on cleanly. Looks like he is, but currently 3 laps down in the 88, currently in the last position. That is absolutely horrifying if you're a Landon Smith Jr. fan. Daisy Johnson out front with James Edwards looking for his first win of the season for Pacific Racing. There's Jonathan Logan, Al Agassi, Ryan Benjamin, Madison Tall, Colton Yo, Tristan Allen, another solid run for the 76 team. Juan Rodriguez and Danny DeVito Jr. last in points right now. Rounds out your top 10. Mitchell Collins, who was slightly involved in the only incident so far of the afternoon, currently resides in the 11th position. But to the inside for second goes Jonathan Logan. He's going to get the position. Now Legacy is going to try and follow suit going down Long Pond. Now Logan in position to get his second win of the season and really throw himself as a dominant driver in the chase. We still cannot count out a yellow flag right here. Eric Monaco currently running in the 34th position. Not just the most dominant drivers this season have not had good days as Edwards goes to the inside of Logan for second. Now Logan to the inside of James Edwards to pull on the crossover move. Looked like he was slowing down there just a little bit, but now on the inside, I should say, he is gonna potentially fall outside the top 3. And I think he might. He is going to go side by side with Legacy down Long Pond. But it's all Daisy Johnson coming around to 5 to go. Colton Yo and Daisy Johnson trying to get up in this fray. But I think it's going to be a little too late for those guys. I think the best battle right now, or the most logical battle, would be the 32 of James Edwards and the 53 of Daisy Johnson. But rounding turn 3 for the 35th time. 5 laps to go here from the tricky triangle for Daisy Johnson, looking for her first win of the season, trying to be the second female in Mission BBQ Cup Series history to win a race. The first one right back there in position 6, Madison Tall, looking to make up some ground on the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. and possibly dig right in to the 10 car of Jonathan Logan's championship lead. Logan to the inside of James Edwards for second. That's 5 points right there. Now, can it get around the 53 of Daisy Johnson within the next 4 laps? We'll just have to wait and see. Tall is inside the top 5 now. She is probably going to be in second place coming out of Pocono. And Edwards looking to the inside of Logan for second. 4 to go here from the tricky triangle for Daisy Johnson, who is in hot pursuit, or Jonathan Logan, I should say, is in hot pursuit of that race lead. Throw all 4 cars under a blanket here, as Legacy is still technically in this battle. Johnson with a nice exit off of 3 onto Long Pond for the 37th time. Looking back through here, some of the cars that were involved in the first incident of the afternoon. Landon Smith Jr. is now 4 laps down. Just absolutely tough break for that team. And now here to the inside. This is for the race lead. Jonathan Logan on Daisy Johnson. Going to slide up just a little bit, but is going to get the run on the inside. And now can he clear Johnson onto the front straightaway? 3 to go here from Pocono. He's not going to quite clear Daisy Johnson, but he has been so strong through turn 1. I think he might clear Johnson off of turn 1. No, Johnson holding tough on the outside. Side by side drag race down Long Pond straightaway with 3 laps to go. Johnson by a wheel well entering the tunnel turn. And Ryan Benjamin is hoping that these guys make some contact late in the going and possibly looking to steal this. Logan to the race lead, looking to absolutely catapult himself into the championship points. Legacy is just looking to possibly get in contention for the stay in contention, I should say, for the championship. Now down the front straightaway again, Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 laps to go here for Jonathan Logan. Can he hold off Legacy? Can he hold off a hard charging James Edwards? 3 wide through turn 1. Johnson is going to get put up on the outside. She is going to lose a lot of positions. That's going to be her race. I believe it's logically between Legacy and Logan. Possibly throw in James Edwards and the 15 of Benjamin in there. But I'm not sure. I think Jonathan Logan, he just has to run 4 perfect corners. And I think that might do it. They're single file all throughout. Tristan Allen underneath Colton Yo for the 6th position. Madison Tall falling back to 7th. Battle here for 8th, I should say. But rounding the front straightaway. We do have some lap traffic with Logan Williams, a white flag in the air. One more time around the Pocono Raceway for Jonathan Logan. Entering turn 1. He's going to get through here nice and smooth. Legacy did not. That might be the race there. So they're not going to catch Jonathan Logan. Logan Williams, I should say, but down the Long Pond straightaway for the final time into the tunnel turn. I think if Logan just doesn't screw up here, he should have it. Now on to the short chute, entering the flat turn 3, not turn 4. Jonathan Logan looking to turn some heads here at the Pocono Raceway, and he is. Off the final turn, Jonathan Logan, 2nd win of the season. He does it here at Pocono. And that right there may have just sealed his place as the man to beat. With 4 races remaining in the season, Jonathan Logan turning on the fighter jets here, fighter jet engines here, late in the going in the season. I think he might be the new Mr. Closer. Oh boy, what a battle that was to the end. Legacy once again coming up just short at the Pocono Raceway. Ryan Benjamin stole the podium position. Daisy Johnson was 4th, and then the 32 of Edwards rounds out the top 5. What a race here at the Pocono Raceway. Jonathan Logan getting it done here at Long Pond. Take a look and see Tristan Allen, Colton Yo, Madison Tall, Mitchell Collins, and Danny DeVito Jr. rounded out your top 10. And then the biggest guy out of all of this, Landon Smith Jr. Something amiss on the 88 machine. And he finishes 4 laps down. That is absolutely going to kill him in the points. Absolutely insane here at the Pocono Raceway, and I don't know what happened to Logan Williams, that I had to make a pit stop or something, but He's just about out of contention for the championship, but Jonathan Logan, this guy, as of late, has been running on rails. But another character to watch out, Madison Tall, finish in the top 10, P8 right there. So a pretty solid run by the only female driver in the chase. Both female drivers finishing inside the top 10. So that is a great feat. That is a great feat by the XX chromosome gang. But yeah, Jonathan Logan is your winner here at the Pocono Raceway for the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400. But we're not out of the Keystone State, not for a couple of races. Next race is going to be at Puke Hollow. Yes, that is the actual nickname for that place. Langhorne Speedway, just about an hour away from here, I would say. Going to be doing that. The only circular track, like I said, a couple oblong-shaped racetracks here. For the Pennsylvania swing and the Tri-State swing, I should say. We got the McCafferty Ford 400 in just a few short days. But Jonathan Logan, I think if he wins there, he would virtually lock up the championship. But just absolutely insane what this man has been doing. And everything has had to go right. We can't say that there hasn't been a couple dashes of luck. Landon Smith Jr., the past 3 races, broke a camshaft at Greenville Spartanburg, had a really crummy day at Darlington, and now something amiss on the 88 late in the going. So Landon Smith Jr. really falling apart late in the going. But Jonathan Logan is your winner here at Pocono. I think I've said that about 3 times. So we're going to get into our closing right here. That's all I've got. Tune in next race at the Langhorne Speedway for chase race number 7 of the season. But that's all I've got. I have been Trey Ray. Thank you for tuning in here for the Jack Frost Ski Resort 400. Congratulations once again to Jonathan Logan here on his 2nd victory of the season, 1st of the chase. I have been Trey Ray. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, from the Pocono Raceway. Here are your points, and this has been NASCAR Nerd 34, signing off.